Hello and welcome back to Slice and Dice. We're back. This is for the funny number win. Let's see if we can get it. You know, Cranberry, I think, just broke a 30. I wanted to see if I can see that on here. Shout out to him. Maybe not a 30, maybe he's close. Bible eggs. Yeah, there he is, 31. Let's go, Cranberry. That's my guy. I know that guy. Big. Alright, let's get it. No nonsense today, shall we? Every fourth fight, this is the one of the worst curses they have ever shown me in the history of hard. Every fourth fight plus 3 pips to the 2 right sides. Eek. Eek. Oh god. That is horrific. Alright, I will not be playing that. Bottom poison 5, bottom hero star poison for 5 is fine. It's like definitely middle of the pack. Add Wisp and Add Goblin are both pretty good. My team is not great, but not the worst. It's like a bunch of B tiers. I think given the options here, I probably want to play Add Goblin. I used to think Add Wisp was the freest curse. It was my early game pick or early 3.0 pick for best curse, but I think that Add Goblin ends up being a little better. Goblins are higher damage output, but I have to focus the Wisp. The Wisp forces me to kill it before it scales up. I'm gonna go Add Goblin, but it's kind of close there. I'm gonna lean back in my chair, get nice and comfortable. The chair that I was using, it broke yesterday. I can't believe it. Just snapped, the back just broke right off. Not the back, but like the lumbar support part broke right off. I was very sad, but I whipped out the old chair that I had before, but it's still a little weird. It's just different, you know. Leaning back in my chair is different now. Very odd. Make sure I'm actually thinking about what I'm doing here. Let's take the time. All right, I'm done leaning back. I'm sitting up now. Let's take the time to look at this fight as it is. With a 1 damage. So here's the thing. Here's the situation. This is your teachable moment. I want to lock this 1 damage because if I reroll, the 1 damage always lands on the rat here. And I want to lock this 5 to stop student from dying. This is how it goes, right? And then it's just 1 damage plus burst is a guaranteed kill to the rat. And you look at something along these lines as your play. And if you think that Slice and Dice is a game that is too RNG heavy, you probably need to reroll less. If you are out there saying, man, I'm just so unlucky, I have a feeling it's probably a you problem. And not a Slice and Dice problem. If you reroll that 1 there, you're just opening yourself up to missing and then having that turn get so much worse. Took me a while to really figure that out. Okay, I guess sliced, idiot boar. After that, you're gonna get diced, buddy. He's cooked, he's finished. If my first upgrade is an upgrade to my orange or yellow, I think this run will be a breeze. It is an orange, it's a yellow upgrade. It's really good too. It's a very good yellow upgrade as Gladiator. I will not be adding a wolf. Origami is one of the things that I would consider adding this wolf for, but I think what can happen is you can low roll a bunch of X's here, and then the B's all high roll and you lose like half your team, and even then it might still be okay, actually. Dude, I want to press slice here. It's so bad. Don't do it. AoE damage is horrific here. We just go like this. I don't even feel like I need to kill these bees. We're in the clear. We're safe. With this roll, I could have gotten Origami, but that's only really playing as it only makes sense if Gladiator's hitting his... why did I roll that? It only makes sense if Gladiator high rolls like he did there. He high rolled his left side. Cheating Sleeves. I think Cheating Sleeves is pretty good. Add Quinn to the top and bottom. You can hit this sometimes. Learn Mulch is also not the worst though, but I like Cheating Sleeves. I think that this is a real play. it's specifically good with like a juggler or a sorcerer down the line. Actually, you might be able to get the cheating sleeves payout here. Alright, I've ruined myself for no reason. Why did I even go for this? It's not like I get anything for paying this out. I have to kill thorns. That's embarrassing. And I think I killed the wrong thorn. Oy. And that's the only side we can't cleanse. Okay. Acceptable. I won't make that happen, or I won't make that mistake again. Reroll the class of student. There's one worse outcome. Yeah. God, this game sucks. Oh, I don't even have to do the setup. We already know what was gonna happen there. Reroll student, there's a lot of good things that can happen, but hey, you know what? Maybe Prodigy's not so bad. He just, from this position, it's very unlikely. You're like less than 40% to see this other three. If you hit, it's great. He's a fucking insane character if you hit these. Just on the clock. Replace the two left sides with shield 5. The other one is growth to the rightmost side. I don't really like either of these, to be honest with you. Although left two sides shield 5 is like kind of juiced. I'm gonna go random. Change of heart, you know what? It's okay. Double use shield sides. Sorry, change of heart is convert healing sides into shield sides. This Quinn is impossible. I should not be playing for it. But I should be playing for Scorch. But if the 1 mana doesn't get me any closer to Scorch, so I shouldn't be playing for it. It's all very true. So I should roll all of this. Wow. Well, that's not very good. The issue we're gonna see here is I'm just getting Giga weakened, but I think it's okay. The Shade might kill my Squire here, but I'm giving myself the opportunity to get away with this without any deaths. And I think that that's worth enough that I'm willing to play for it. And I think we're actually going to get out of this okay. It goes like 1 here, Scorch here, 1 here, Burst here. And now we only have 1. No, we have no weakens, and I just have to take out the Shade. Well, more accurately, I don't have to take out the Shade, I have to defend my Squire. Look at this double shield. It's gonna take a while, but the Shade isn't really doing anything. He's doing 5s, it's whatever. We just ping him down step by step, I suppose. There's 2. Please leave, thank you. Getting out of that with no deaths is impressive. This is not a hard pick. Bard is like the worst character in the game almost. He's not really, he's pretty bad though, and Dabbler is good. And Cheating Sleeves goes here. We have a nice little core here of Gladiator, Dabbler, Disciple. Hard to kill because we have good HP and good defensives, and also reasonable damage output averages, I would say. Not crazy, just good enough. And we're gonna go Burst on Soodle, and then I have 1.5 damage to the slate in the tank. And that puts us at 8, I believe. I think he's dead now. Just so. Learn Heat. This has clutched out before, and I have this double use shield. I actually respect Heat. I think it's an okay play. The character that really likes this is Stalwart. I don't hate it. But like Spread Shield, Stalwart and Poet both can get some really insane value out of Learn Heat. Just gonna kill the goblin and then take it slow here, I guess. No revive. well, I'm taking it a little too slow, it would appear. That's okay. I mean, I can just shield into a lot of these fights. If they don't have a way to threaten me actively, I can take it like this and take my time. It's not a big deal. There goes Scorch. If I'm gonna play it like this, I have to kill the ogre. I was gonna kill this goblin, but I think I have to kill that ogre instead. It just doesn't really work out any other way. Because you can't do 9 damage to the ogre with 9 mana. So just killing him for 10 is fine. Or I should say acceptable. Prodigy's just statue at this point. Not too bad. Armor or Seer? Well, that's not a hard pick, is it? I don't think so. I think armor is quite bad. Armor is okay if you have a team that doesn't dislike being boosted, but nobody on this team wants to be boosted. Or I should say smithed. Armor is basically 1 shield plus 1 damage to an ally, which is awful. Just terrible. We can foretell these guys. Need to make sure I don't go foretell blind and just waste a bunch of my mana. Basically should just use it if it's going to push me into killing Magrat. I should spend the mana. Rolling that 1 damage poison was real silly of me. Like there, for example. I should just play it out. Actually, hold. That was not correct. Double foretell's a little bit better, isn't it? We're getting to the point where this goblin has completely fallen off now. Just like an extra 3 damage per turn in fights is not that big of a loss for me. I think we're coming up to that point anyway where I don't care about this guy anymore. I think this was a bad lock. In my mind, it gave me something else. It gave me this. Okay. I don't mind that, I guess. When they're doing a bunch of 1s like this, I feel very unthreatened. If I'm just getting, like, one character getting super drop is scary. This is not scary. In fact, it's a guaranteed lethal, because now I just kill both wolves with my 12 mana. Handled. Glass Blade or Chakram? I think Chakram is not very good. I'm just gonna say that. Replace Self Shield and Shield sides with range damage. Although, it does let me turn my Disciples 2 shield W's into... You know what? This is just crazy enough that I want to play it. Because that's really weird. I was going to play Glassblade because Glassblade lets us play roulette in most cases, but it's just so strange I have to give it a shot. Because now I can hit this shit, man. Tell me that's not weird as hell. And suddenly I just make 10 mana. How odd. That's not gonna happen too often, but still. I mean, I could still make this mana. It being a double bow doesn't make a huge difference in that. Oh my god, this is worth. This item is not a tier 5. I will take the challenge, because I think this item actually just wins me the game. I think it hard wins me the game. I just have to pass this fight. And we are about at peak strength here as well for this point. So I'm going to go K.Pair on Dabbler. I think Dabbler can hit like 20 mana now, which is a little unreasonable. The only thing to say is maybe double use shield would be better since I have to fight a militia in here. And I'm gonna roll down on Dabbler here, although it's 1, 2, 3. It's not very viable to get the Quinn. And by not very viable, I mean it's impossible to get the Quinn baseline here. But that's okay. I can still kill the Banshee. And then we just go like Foretell, Burst, and the Militia Flees. Yeah, this is fine. I'm gonna leave an uncontested Ghost, but I don't really care about that. My defensive capabilities are high enough that I don't have to worry. Also, Pair just makes me go, goodbye, Ghost. Yeah, K.Pair is a crazy, crazy hit. Ordinary Triangle, it has a lot of good character uses. It's a +1 to all sizes for Knight. I think Longsword is pretty mid, too. Longsword is really good if I want to play Captain, but I don't particularly. So I don't think I will. And we get 4 damage exerts here, which is pretty nice. This run got really, really strong out of nowhere, I feel like. Look what I'm doing to these guys. That was a lot of damage to do on turn 1. I don't know. I have to make sure I don't lose because I'm so momentum focused right now. Dabblest is pretty good. I don't want to play Witch, but Change of Heart Chakram gives her some crazy damage output. I'm gonna play Dabblest because Dabblest can also play Change of Heart Chakram really nicely actually down the line, and that seems fine. Is there anyone who can hit this Cheater Sleeves? I don't believe so on this team comp, so it's okay. The Cheater Sleeves isn't that big of a deal. Yeah, we're just gonna blow up the Baron here, I think. I hope. Interesting. So I can put a 4 damage there. I can go like that. Or I can go like... What are you dying to? Bottom Ghost? Yeah, it's gotta be big shield here. I think it's Parry Heat is my idea. That saves Dabblest from the poison, and it clears all but one of my impending exerts. Oh, and then I just burst the Ghost, yeah, for sure. That's a situation where if you tunnel vision in on foretelling, you just make yourself you put yourself in a much worse position overall. Now, I do need my Dabblest to wake up. That looks better. Disciple is going to be exerted. It's just kind of how it goes, so be it. Damage output here is still high. I think I said Dabblest. Disciple is going to be exerted. The only alternative idea here is to go for another heat, which we can do by going Force Shield here, Parry here. And it doesn't work out, because I'd have to go like heat first, and it doesn't seem all that good. I don't think this is the play. Although I could go glow, heat, 2 mana burst. Does that feel right? It feels fine, because I pumped 8 damage into Baron here. It's just a weird way to play it, but it keeps me out of the exert. And it keeps me away from the poison. The two things that kill me here are if he floods me with bones or if he floods me with poison. And I'm fighting back against both of those. So I get like I basically get a full turn here to just play the game however I want. Within reason, I suppose. We go kill here, kill here, and then it's just another heat. I mean, you see what I mean about heat? Sometimes it just comes in and clutches out. It looks kind of whatever, and then it just lets you cleanse through all of Baron's status effects. Makes this fight quite a bit easier. In worst case, I parry. I think he dies. Yeah. It's like, it was just kind of intuitive, which isn't a great thing to feel. But it felt intuitive that I wasn't dying to that. Keyword remains when the side is replaced or a middle column change. I don't really mind changing the middle column, because getting these up to 4 is kind of nice, but the thing about Twisted Flax is that it's not really that good. If you're cheating around the -1, it's decent. It's like an okay rate, but if you're not, I mean, give me a random. Second chance is a little better, yeah. This goes on Seer. Replace target sides, or the rightmost side. It basically just covers his X so that he can roll down. I like that hit. It's fine to random items like that because the item that I was being offered was not very good, is my sentiment here. We're just gonna go gun down 1 and probably just parry. I don't need to exert myself here for a 1 overkill damage. I'd rather hold out. The snakes don't become a real threat for a while, and if they're a really, really big threat, I can just cleanse out. Okay. This goblin, I feel like I've almost just completely ignored him for the whole run. This is the first time in a while that I've actually looked at him. And he's gone. Never mind. This is not really a choice, is it? That's also not a choice. We can do second chance Gladiator so he can roll down, I guess. Warlock is, of course, very, very good here. And this fight's kind of horrific. This is another fight that you should be thinking about. If you like to play Barricade, you should be thinking about the time that you see double Cyclops on 14, or yeah, on 14. Suddenly you can't get a stun out and turn 3 comes around and you go, hey wait. Hey wait. Cut that out. And then they just kick the shit out of you anyway. Blaze this guy for lethal, yeah. What a mess of enemies. Twisted Bar is a lot better if I have hope for the future that I'm going to see Sorcerer. I do not, so this item is basically worthless. My blue is already locked in and almost nobody else can use Twisted Bar. Maybe just nobody else. I guess Dancer doesn't hate Twisted Bar, but I already have Dabblest, so... streamer! Hey! I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, oh, streamer, curator! Yeah, man. The guy who goes from 1 up to like 10 on a charge really gives a fuck about starting at 2 to go to 11, doesn't he? No, he doesn't. It's rhetorical. Give me a random. I think Demon Claw is harmful, by the way. Not very good. Ghost Shield it is. And I think Ghost Shield is great. It's a lot better than both of those. Beyond. If I could get this pair, it would be ideal. Maybe I should move this thingy around. Wait, I'm okay. I have the pair. 3 into 6 on the ghost. Into 4 on you. 6 on the ghost. I want to reuse Bloodlust so I can just Bloodlust one of these guys out. Probably like this is the play. And then the goblin hits a 3 on me. Look out. In roughly 10 turns, this goblin is going to threaten one of my characters to die. Oops. This is a real pick. You know what? This is a captain angle. I think there's basically one character that plays really well with captain, and it is Dabblest. Because Dabblest has a nice consistent line to hit your damage side for formation, and captain hits your shields. This team is actually almost as good as you can get for captain, with knight as well here flexing. And the other piece of the captain puzzle is you need to have something worth formationing for, which I do have. I have warlock. That's one formation down. Could almost get a second one in. How about that? But I have warlock here, just chilling. So getting formation to just cover everyone up is nice. I can... Oh yeah, and captain plays super well with heat. Wow, what an actually insane hit now that I'm thinking about it. Because you see all of this? Gone. I just set these guys both to 1 damage off of dead. Your weakens and your inflicted death are cancelled. And I'm 1 damage cleave away from wiping these guys out. I would like to 1 damage cleave if possible. I can parry off of that. Nice, nice, nice. What do I have? Probably like kill there, parry there is the idea? Yeah, okay. I almost want to keep this for glow, but yeah, I think I will keep this for glow actually. Although I do have 2, 3, 4, which is kind of nice too, but it's not worth it. Basalt is not a fight that you need to go fast into. We just parry here and then glow our warlock back up. Not quite right. A little bit off. You want to go 3. You want to parry first because you're losing a very small amount of value there otherwise. Is my feeling anyway. That might not be 100% correct, but that's how it seemed. Killing Basalt is going to take a while at this rate, isn't it? Well, not much you can do. If he just wants to sit here and spam this weaken, I'll kill him eventually. I think. I don't know why I'm not just taking it. Maybe the healing, I guess. Dude, fuck off, Basalt. This is lame. I would like to play the game, please. I should roll for the 4 damage, I suppose. Yeah. Because we have 4 shield there, parry there. Yeah, keep it up, buddy. Oh, that's actually a good roll. For him, not for me. But I think he still dies. Yeah, he still dies. What a loser-ass loser. Where are the slates, brother? Where are the slates? It's okay. I think I just go heat. Oh, that's not lethal. I thought that was enough. Oh well. And I just rolled the same shit. Well, that's heat. And then we just shield up and burst. This fight, by the way, is why we don't like to take longer term effects, like longer term negatives. Because sometimes you go up against Basalt and he just spam stalls you out. He's the real stall boss. Lich isn't even that big of a staller. Place the 2 right sides with 3 damage inspired. That's pretty good to cover up Warlock's X's. You can get a parry off of it too. If they give me a good red here like Doctor, and then my last pick is garbage, I might just keep this knight. Because he's been performing very well. To no one's surprise, knight's just kind of a baller unit. don't imagine many of us are going, wow, this knight guy's doing well, huh? Go look into that. There might be something to this guy. The reason that knight is so strong, I think, is because of parry. At 9 HP. But mostly parry. Parry's just really, really good to have. This is 6 damage, which I'm gonna put here. Kill this wisp, kill this wisp. Maybe like burst. Burst, burst, burst looks fine. Yeah. I think so. It was a little lazy. I could have like set up a heat to cleanse the pain or whatever, but you know. At the end of the day, it's all the same. I'm willing to play Fate here for sure. I think Fate is good. Although I do end up leaving Change of Heart, but I think that that's fine because it just goes over to Dabblest. Yeah, we can run Change of Heart Chakram on Dabblest now. And then we could run... This is not that good, actually. I think Change of Heart alone is fine. I would rather play it like this, I think, because you can pair a lot more on Dabblest. Because pairing 2 mana to 4 mana is whatever. Pairing 4 damage to 8 damage is a lot better. That's my estimation. Oh, but I should have kept the ranged for this fight. I didn't look. It's my own fault. Thank you, Fate. I was about to have an unfun time. I guess in a run where you're able to go from... if you're able to kill turn 1, Spiker, and Troll, you probably have something good going on. Now, if you don't know what this does, by the way, sorry, Inspired is not that common. This is ×2 if the previous die used this turn was higher. So when I use this 5 shield, this is going to double up to 6. Silk Cape, Eye of Horus. Silk Cape Dabblest is really good with Warlock, I think. We just lock in on a bunch of 3 manas. And Eye of Horus doesn't really have any good homes here. This is Silk Cape Dabblest for sure. And I want to move this Ordinary Triangle, because I want to give myself these pairs. Although actually, this is kind of juice. This might be... I mean, Ordinary Triangle is just Eye of Horus in this position, actually. And then K-Dot pair. It could go on Warlock, actually. And then he goes pair up to 4 mana. And then suddenly he's hitting 8 mana, which we mitigate through Fate. Yeah. That looks about fine to me. This fight's kind of scary, because if these golems all lock in and hit steal on turn 1, I think it can be kind of tough. Big shield from Knight. Yeah. That's 16, that's 18 mana right away, so we can just go like... Kill, kill... I think kill? Probably just kill 3 golems is fine. The only fight that I think is a little challenging for us here is Hexia, because I think Warlock doesn't have the greatest matchup into Hexia. He has a little trouble staying alive on Hexia, in my estimation. Inevitable is a joke. And this is Keeper for sure. Knight's good, Keeper's better. I think Keeper is just better. I would have played Poet or Keeper here, and I would not have played anything else. And Keeper it is. So, because we get Self-Heal, Self-Shield for Warlock, which is also very good. The only thing we're missing is Cleanse, but we took Heat an eon ago to mitigate this fight. One other thought here is you could do Chakram Keeper, which lets us get 5 steel, which is 7 damage baseline. And then if I make a bunch of mana, I can just pump it all into Keeper, who then blasts inevitable. This is not good. But it's just a thought you can have if you like. Okay, I want to make sure I'm going for mana here. Might whiff on Warlock, but even so. Okay. This is why we take the shield and heal. It's quite good to go in here and send one heat to cancel all of that. One blaze to stop inevitable, and then I think you don't care about this pain. I think you go kill this wisp. Although that bones is just gonna go to reinforcements. Huh. Dude, you know what? I will kill the Pain Wisp. That bones just goes straight up to reinforcements, so it's not even real. It basically makes no difference. I want to roll for the reuse on Captain. It's been very good to hit. Whatever he hits here is fine. Even the 1 damage is good because it changes the rate at which we can kill wisps. Nice to keep that. What are you on? You're on 17, so I just blaze inevitable again. And then we have Pain coming in across the board. He's going to live. That's inevitable. He's going to live. For whatever that's worth in the mental estimate. But I was going to go through and try to kill off some wisps, but what if instead I just go heat and cleanse Pain completely? That seems viable too, doesn't it? Like an absolute carry from heat, by the way. This item has pretty much soloed this run at this point. The 2 hardest fights on the run were just completely heat tiffed. This is at 7, so I can go burst, 7 shield up to 14 mana. Inevitable dies. I'll probably just go like... doesn't really matter, does it? Kill here. Kill here, because it's cheap. Sure. Not too bad. And then it's just over, I have to say. This is a very satisfying run. I had a good time with this one. And gone. Just made so much mana that I could blaze everything. And that's the funny number got. Not too bad. I'll put this up there. I wasn't going to submit until I got another one, but I'll put it up there so that you can see the funny number. Cranberry specifically said something to me about making sure that I make it to the funny number. There's the funny number. Well, not too bad, I gotta say. This was an insane hit, though. I've gone back and forth, but I think that optimized setup here, you probably turn off wild modifiers for a little more consistency. I think that less variance in curses is better, even so far as to say I think that Myriad isn't very good because you just see so many more curses that it's not great. Because eventually you're just going to get shown a bunch of 5s you can't click on, I think. But yeah, I think that the items are so good because you can just get a crazy keyword item like k.pair, which lets you blast off like that. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.